It's been so long since I've sat in front of the camera, and it kind of has. I usually pre-record videos, and the last time I recorded a string of kind of videos was a couple weeks ago, and it was my series, the step-by-step Get Ready With Me series. And I uploaded 2 of those videos, and I kind of was looking through and editing, and I hated the lighting on 4 or maybe 3 of the 5 videos that I've filmed. Hated it. So that's been the biggest challenge for me here on YouTube, is getting my lighting right. And it's been a lot of trial and error. So thank you guys so much for bearing with me while we figure this out. And today is a different kind of setup. I went, as I told my friend, deep in the settings of my camera to try to figure out what could assist me with a better lighting situation. And this is getting better. I did order a ring light. Yay! Insert applause here. Yay! So hopefully the lighting will get even better, because I really want you to see every little thing that I do and Get Ready With Me, so you guys can see like the true pigmentation of the colors. And that was the first thing I noticed with the other lighting setup, is that the pigmentations of the color of my eyeshadow was not picking up on video, and that was bugging me. But enough about that, because I will ramble. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is another ride or die series here on my channel, and this one is going to focus on strictly beauty tools. The last ride or die video that I uploaded was kind of beauty products, and it was just an overview of things that I just can't live without. And a friend of mine and new subscriber actually requested that I kind of give her some details on what tools that I use in my makeup application. So I decided to do a little video about that. So if you guys are interested in what tools are some of my ride or die beauty tools, just stay tuned and watch the video. Thanks. So the tools that I use, if not every day, very often in my makeup life, is what I'm going to show you today. So those tools are kind of varying from different brands and lines and things like that. Some are drugstore, some are high-end. You can pick and choose what your favorites will be, or if you choose to pick up any of these. One of them I've mentioned before, and it was in my Ride or Die Beauty Products video, and that is this Sonia Kashuk Double Duty Blush Brush. So this is part of the double duty brush set, and in that set comes a few different things. This brush, some eye brushes, a brow brush, an angled brush on the other end, a few different things. It's a really good set. It retails for about $24, and I believe in that previous video I mentioned that you can get it online at Target. That is false. You can get it. You can go to the Target website, click the product, and they will show you stores in your areas that carry this set. So the reason I like it, which I've mentioned before and I won't go into great detail, it's a blush brush that's very fluffy and soft on this end, and there is a duo fiber stipply kind of blending brush. I use it to blend on the other side. So I apply my you guys, I can't talk. I apply my blush with this end, and then I tend to blend everything out with this end. So love this. If you guys have any questions about it, I will link the video before where I kind of went into more detail on this brush. So moving on, my next brush, this is going to be difficult, you guys. My next brush is the e.l.f. blush brush. So this is it here. I'll give you guys a better view of this one. So you can tell it's kind of almost paddle like, where it's a little bit flat and then a little tapered. See that? So this brush is $3. It's $3, you guys. There is a local 7-Eleven not too far from my work that carries e.l.f. products, and every now and then I go in and buy this brush, a couple other ones, but this one in particular I really love. I use this brush not for a blusher, but actually I use it to either set my under eye with powder for my concealer, or more frequently I use this more often than not to place highlight on the top of my cheeks there, as you can see me Let's demonstrate. So this is the e.l.f. blush brush, $3 wherever e.l.f. products are sold near you. So moving on, I'll just go in for the big guns. This one is not drugstore, you guys, but it is worth, I believe, every penny. So this is the Nars Eclat brush. I mean, seriously, it took me forever to finally take the plunge and buy this brush. It is not cheap. It is not cheap. Nars brushes, excuse me, are not cheap. But this one is quite expensive. And it may be, actually, I'm pretty sure it's probably my most expensive brush that I own. This brush, I finally took the plunge because I was getting more into contouring and I wanted to have a really good tool to do it. Like, I feel like I had conquered what I would conquer with the brushes that I had. So I finally took the plunge and got this one. And it is perfect for getting into the hollows of your cheeks. So you just kind of get right here, look for that hollow, and you just go to town, go to town. It makes contouring much, much easier. If you're wanting to get further in your contouring life, I recommend this brush. If you're not about contouring and that's not really a big thing for you, don't even bother. It's a lot of money. It's an investment. So if you're not into contouring, I do not recommend that you get it. So let's move on to, this is the Sephora airbrush. What is it called? Airbrush. No, Sephora Advanced Airbrush Set. And it comes with these 5 brushes. Now, if you are starting out, I take that back. Let's give you a little close up. Don't judge me. This one is dirty. That's because I used it 5 minutes ago. If you are starting out in makeup, this wasn't the first set I bought. If you're starting out and you have some e.l.f. brushes and maybe some things from Target or wherever you get your inexpensive brushes, that sounds perfect. Now, if you have moved beyond just starting, or if you are just starting and you just want to start with a more quality set, which there's nothing wrong with that. Good brushes make for good makeup, I promise you. But if you want to invest, this was, I believe, approximately $62. But you get 5 brushes in that. Now, that may be a little expensive. It was a little bit for me to swallow at first, but I was ready to get nice brushes. And I'll be honest, I just didn't feel like waiting on the shipping time to pick up like Sigma brushes or something like that, which I don't own any Sigma brushes at this time. Anywho, this set comes with, like I said, 5 brushes. It comes in a little kit where you can kind of travel with it. And what you get is the airbrush crease brush, which is like a tapered blending brush. It's really nice. Love the softest thing you'll put on your eyeball. So nice. You also get a airbrush shadow brush, which is more like a flat paddle brush. Very, very nice. Picks up color well. Doesn't pick up too much color. Like, it picks up almost just enough, you know, so you don't kind of go in and make a huge mistake just that first application. Then there's also the concealer brush, which is just kind of almost a flat top, but not quite flat, more of a dome top brush. Very nice. All of these brushes are terribly soft. I mean, they're really, really special. This is the airbrush foundation brush, which is why this one was dirty, because I used it today. And this one again is that dome top, very soft, doesn't suck up too much product as you're applying, but blends out well, doesn't leave any streaking. Nice, very, very, very nice foundation brush. I feel as though Sephora brushes aren't talked about enough here on YouTube, at least not by the lovely, lovely girls and boys that I watch. But anyway, then the last one that you get is the airbrush powder brush. And this one, oh, you guys, this one is so soft. It feels so good on the skin. When you are kind of putting powder on at the end, you know, to kind of set your makeup, or if you are using maybe a powder foundation, softest, oh, it's so soft. I love this brush. So that is the Sephora Advanced Airbrush set. Comes with 5. Like I said, it's about 62 bucks, so that's Sephora. Also from Sephora is a couple other of their pro brushes, which I just have a few of them. I have number 27, which is a fluffy blending brush. Now the difference you may notice, at least in the length, the Pro Blush brushes are much longer than the travel set. And this is nice because then you can have really a lot of room, so you can grip that brush right down at the bottom to keep the application or the pressure of your application much lighter as you're using the blush. So this is, again, the number 27 Pro Blending Brush from Sephora. And I love this. It's really soft too. It's actually not quite as soft as the airbrush set, but it's really nice too. I would venture to say that it's probably comparable to, I think it's this 217 brush from MAC. That one might be more of a paddle blending brush. I'm not sure. I don't own it, so I'm not certain. But it's a really nice brush. These, honestly, you guys, I'm not sure how much these cost. I will try to annotate it in the frame here, how much these cost. But I believe it's about $20-something. But I will look into that and make sure I show you. The number 50 Flawless Light Powder Brush. And it's really fluffy. It's very soft too. Ooh, so nice. Very fluffy, very big. It's nice to kind of just do an all over powder. It doesn't pick up a lot of product, hence light powder brush. Doesn't pick up a lot of product. I actually didn't purchase this for powder. I purchased this instead for, what's the name of the blush? It's from Nars Exhibit A, which is a super, super, super pigmented brick red blush. And I was afraid to kind of make a mistake with application and just putting on too much, because this brush picks up a decent amount of product, not a lot, but a decent amount. But I just wanted something, I didn't want to look like a clown. I was still so afraid of looking crazy with my blusher that I wanted to make sure I had like the appropriate tools. So I did go ahead and invest in this brush. And this one wasn't cheap either. But it is a really good brush. It's very soft. Oh, it's just, oh, it's so luxurious. It's very, very special when you put it on your face. This brush is really old. It's old. I mean, it's at least 10 years old. Now, I mean, I wash it, I take care of it, I do all those things, but I think that almost goes to show that the quality of the MAC brushes are not terrible, you guys, because I've had this brush forever. I mean, it's not a workhorse like your foundation brush or anything like that. It definitely is a detail brush, but I mean, I've had it for a really long time, so maybe it's worth the investment of getting a second one, because oof, I do love it. I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice. So anyway, that is the MAC pencil brush. I will figure out what the number is. It's either 210 or 219, and I'll annotate it in the screen. So moving on to the last two products. The last two products that I have here are sponges. This is the Real Techniques sponge. It's a dupe, some would say, for the Beauty Blender. And you can purchase this at Ulta. I've seen it at Walgreens as well. It usually retails for somewhere around $6 or $7. As you can tell, it has a flat end here, and then there's a pointed end here, which is a definite difference in the shape between this and the original Beauty Blender. So this one's really nice. This is what I first started with. I didn't quite want to take the plunge on the Beauty Blender just yet, and I wanted to see how using a sponge would change my makeup game. And it did. I do really, really enjoy this sponge. I use it a lot to apply foundation, especially some of my heavier, for lack of a better word, foundations, because I don't tend to like a super full covered situation with my makeup. So things like my L'Oreal True Match, or what else do I use this with? My L'Oreal True Match Lumi. And I think that's about it. There's another one I use it with, but I can't think of it now. Anyway, I tend to use this to kind of blend out the foundation as I'm using it, because it does shear it out. Now you want to get this wet first, and it'll kind of almost double in size. Get it wet, and then with a wet, or excuse me, damp sponge, then that's how you kind of blend out the makeup, and it'll shear out your makeup. I also use it for my under eye concealer. Again, get it damp, squeeze out all of the water, apply my concealer, and then blend it out in kind of pouncy motions under the eye. So I really enjoyed this. I actually have two of them. I bought a backup because I liked it so much, and it's a good sponge. So after I realized that I do enjoy sponges with my makeup and for my under eye concealer, things I just explained. I went ahead and during the VIB sale, I purchased a beauty blender. So this one is pink and also dirty. Don't judge me, I used it today. But it's this one's still pretty soft and squishy because it's still a little bit damp. This one does get a bit smaller as it dries, but as you wet it and squeeze it out, it does double in size. And this one is very nice. All the hype people give it on YouTube is well deserved. I use it to apply my concealer just like the other brush, or the other sponge, excuse me. And then I also dip this tip of it into powder to set my under eye, and it works really well, really well. And it's pink. I mean, I had to get it. It was pink. They have several colors. They have a white one if you're sensitive to dyes and things like that. They have a black one, which is I think the Pro one or something. They have a bunch of different colors, but these are really nice. So this is the original beauty blender. It retails for about $20. I found mine at Sephora. So that officially concludes our video with the Ride or Die Beauty Tools. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or any comments, definitely leave them in the comment section below. I love to hear back from you guys. I, once again, just want to give you a great big hug from over here because I'm so excited and elated by all the positive feedbacks you guys are giving me. I've actually discovered some YouTubers that I didn't know before who have a channel as well. So we were able to reach out to each other, subscribe to each other's channel, and you know, hopefully you guys will see them as well and see it in the comments and see who I've liked or what have you, and kind of check them out as well, because we're all trying to grow our channel. So this will be really awesome to have some kind of cross support. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for following. If you have any questions, leave them down below. You can always follow me on social media. It's Miss Kanisha Cherie on Instagram, on Twitter. Oh, and I'm on Snapchat also, which is new for me. So Miss Kanisha Cherie, just one word. You can follow me all those places. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.